So, welcome back to another action-packed session. Maybe a little less action-packed than last time, but we're gonna see. So, unlike normally, we actually played just last week, and so we all probably actually remember a bit of what happened, even me. But just a sort of a brief review. Y'all were sort of finishing up or you played through to the conclusion of the Heels and Heroes arc, wherein you three, at the urging and request of Lynn von Tepler, you entered into the masked mayhem in order to ensure the safekeeping of her brother. You didn't actually end up encountering anyone who any overt threats to his life, either through chance or through some lucky rolls of the dice, which may or may not have removed certain enemies with agendas earlier than they were intended to be removed.
Oh shit, the Wrestler was the big bad all along.
No, the Wrestler is the Wrestler. He's just Wrestler.
That's Reagan's boyfriend.
And he's here to rock your world.
The Wrestler was here to fight Bjorn, champion wrestler, to see what would win, wrestling or wrestling. And, sadly, that was not...
Unfortunately, that question's still unanswered.
It's true. Sadly, that was not the final 1v1. But, what are you going to do?
There's always next year.
There's always next year. Through the course of the event, a few things happened. Number one, Brika used the deck of the Liar's Run for the first time, and discovered some of its more chaotic uses. Then Reagan ended up reconnecting with her brother.
By putting a sword in.
Yes, which is really the
most... The Kayam family tradition.
That's really the only way Reagan, I think, knows how to show affection to people at this point.
Yeah.
I love you, Stamp.
That's why all these rowdy Dragonborn boys are she's just like, that's affection. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're all just...
That's a man that can take a
They're
stab.
just flirting with me is all. They're just flirting with me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're just flirting with me so much.
They come on so strong.
Which, Reagan likes that.
Yeah, no, she appreciates people who know what they want.
Monty discovered the identity of Aldo von Tepler, Lynn's brother, after defeating his team in the semifinal. And then Wisteria, or the Alder King, some of you may suspect otherwise, some of you may not. But the Alder King was able to win, or the whole shebang. And then revealed...
Phil was robbed, and there is a large faction, I believe, that agrees.
I'm not gonna take sides over...
Well, no, I'm reporting facts.
Because literally, it was an initiative difference of 1 point. It was tough.
Phil Chiatti was robbed. Anyway.
However, what the Alder King did do was reveal themselves to be Aldo von Tepler, which is strange for some of you, specifically Monty, and I think Brika was there. You met Aldo. He was literally right here. That's like a thing that he was doing, was right here. Aldo is here with you, but then Aldo is up there. A little confusing, but in the aftermath of the Heels and Heroes, a few things happened. Number one, you all received some prize payouts. Monty got, for coming in second, got 1,000 silver.
Yes.
I believe Brika, for coming in, I think you came in fourth. Yeah, fourth. You receive 300 silver. Reagan technically forfeited before the final round, so you lost out on the prize cut.
That's okay. She got the love of the family. And also she got to stab a lot of people, and it was really fun.
Yeah. However, in the aftermath, I imagine that the team, sans Alder King, returned to the estate of Rufus the Just with Tamsin in tow. Hortensia cryptically sort of left you some information about a meetup to essentially set some stuff straight, since you get the impression that she's taken notice of y'all's... Well, you all have not exactly been subtle in
Reagan's killing spree. You can say it.
Well, I don't think anyone's really been subtle in this team.
Well, no,
super.
Only one of us
Even though
went on a
some
killing
of us
spree.
really, really fucking need to be.
I imagine that y'all have gone back, and sort of after sleeping off, for the most part, the fucking bruising y'all have taken. Because it was a tough circuit. You know, it got pretty close.
I assume Anthony went back to wherever he is staying, or did he come back with us?
Anthony was you got from what the doctor said, he needed a bit more time with the triage folks to sort of put him back together from the sword you put into his chest. You know, but he has told you where he's staying right now. He has found a temporary residency in a boarding house along with Brayson, your other brother.
My other brother.
Yes.
McDonald's place of boys.
Or after you like touching base with each other for a bit, y'all kind of set up time to like sort out all the family
drama.
You know, there's a lot to parse over with the Kayam clan.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
What do y'all want to try and accomplish over the next week? That's sort of the time frame before the next things going. And I think part of what I want to allow y'all to do is, if you have any agendas you want to pursue, or you want to sort of investigate something or work on something, I think sort of like a week of downtime is this would be the time to do it.
Has Morris gotten in touch with Reagan again yet? Morris Kipling?
He has not gotten in touch with him. However, you could see about like tracking him down.
Yeah, that's
what
I was gonna say. If she hasn't heard from him, she's going to start trying to find him.
Sure. So the last place that you saw Morris Kipling was where you made the arrangement with him in the Strange Bedfellows, the bar and brothel down by Sot's Alley, which is run by Madame Kia Dupont. So, how do you traverse the city? How does Reagan do that?
Well, does anyone else want to come with?
What are you aiming to do with what's his face?
Ask him, what's the holdup?
What was the holdup? What were you waiting for?
Him to, produce her not dead family members?
Yes. It's like, oh hey, I found one of them before you fucking could.
Yeah, pretty much. And also because, she's gonna meet up with her brother about their family, and she'd like to have something to show him. Since he is bringing two of her dead family members, himself and her brother.
And she doesn't nothing. Not
she doesn't
even
want
like
to show up empty-handed to the family potluck, so to speak.
She would never live that down, let me tell you.
Yeah. He would never, Brayson would never let her. We all know.
Brayson. From the backstory.
Yeah, everyone's friend, Brayson. Anyway, but Reagan does trust Monty and Brika to a degree. So she's like, hey, does anyone want to come harass that guy with me? Anyone else waiting on payouts? Because I'm still waiting.
He gave me the information on Zosiris, right?
Yes. He was the one who sort of like tipped you off like where she was, and that like she was asking around about someone in particular.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go.
Cool.
I'll go. Not to serve Monty's purposes, but
Monty's the muscle.
Monty's the muscle. I think Monty is starting to warm up to Reagan a little bit though,
Yay.
because after the initial, hey, you tried to kill my future mother-in-law.
And I will again.
Oh, there's marriage on the table. Okay.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, Hortensia.
I don't know what else to call her.
She's got a shipping chart. So, Brika, are you coming?
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Brika can
So, she's going to use her, Brika loaned her a headscarf. Mm-hmm. So, Reagan's gonna try to take probably the least direct route, or at least the route where she's gonna stick out the least.
Monty's just given up and done full-on disguise person. Like, fuck it.
So, I imagine that it's not too deep into this week by the time Reagan gets a bit antsy. And after some convincing, you manage to pull along the other two in your merry little band.
Woo!
After making your way through, avoiding, like you said, kind of the main thoroughfares, the places where you would be noticed, you come to Sot's Alley, which is sort of the noted.
Yeah, I remember Sot's Alley.
Yeah, it's where folks go to get their fancies taken care of, and you come to the Strange Bedfellows. It's afternoon, since if you're trying to get information or shakedown for information or whatever it is you're trying to do, it's generally pretty busy at night. You enter. You don't see many people downstairs. It is a bar as well, but the bartender is once more the large and muscularly built orc, Carp Clinders. He's sort of just sitting back there, polishing some glassware, just doing something which is very quintessentially a bartendery. He's wearing like sort of a button-down, the fancy equivalent of a button-down shirt with a vest and a bow tie.
It's like I'm there.
Just kind of like, he's a pretty sharp dresser. You've learned. There are 2 other figures in the room. One of them is a human who is sort of sitting over in the corner. He's got kind of a ferrety face, going to fat a bit of a pudgy belly. He has a glass of wine which has not actually been touched. He's not drank any of it. He's sort of just running his finger around the rim a little too quickly to just be a tick. It looks like he's a bit nervous. You're not sure why. A bit further back, you see another figure. It is another human. He, however, is just sort of sitting there reading a book, not really paying y'all any attention. He's a bit more of kind of like the rakish look to him. Sort of a tricorn hat, cravat, like stockings, buckled shoes, bit of a longer waistcoat. Those are the 3 people you see down in the common area.
Okay, Reagan is gonna walk up to the nervous one real quick, and she's gonna say, "Hey, people need confidence. You got this. You got this. I believe in you."
I'm sorry, what?
You have this. And then she walks away.
That's it.
That's it. She just wanted to give him a pep talk, and she's not good at it.
He looks very confused by that whole exchange. He's just like, what happened? What do y'all do next?
Does Reagan actually recognize the bartender? Was he here last time?
Yeah. Carp was here last time.
She walk up to Cart and say, "Hey, Cart, has my friend Mr. Kipling been in here recently?"
Mr. Morris?
Yeah, that one.
Hard to say. He sort of is one of those comes and goes as he pleases kind of guys,
Well, yeah, but as he has comes and goes recently.
Hard to say.
You're saying other things. You're good at saying stuff, man. You're really good at saying stuff.
Monty elbows Reagan out of the way, puts 2 gold coins on the bar. How hard is it to say again?
His eyebrows kind of raise a little bit at that. Looks at you and he says, "It's pretty big pockets for a kid."
I knew I made the right choice bringing you along, Money Pants.
He sort of reaches over and puts a finger on each of the coins. He slides them over to himself and he says, "Mr. Kipling he doesn't keep a regular schedule. But,
yeah, I'm trying to track a package. I've got the tracking number."
"I'm sure you do. But what he does do is, there's not a pattern to it, but, normally, every 3rd, 4th, or 5th day, he'll come in at some point, normally at night. He'll speak to Madame Dupont about something. Not entirely sure what."
If you had to guess, what day in the order is today?
Hard to say.
Monty puts another coin on the table.
Maybe we're thinking around the 3rd.
Okay, so maybe he'll beat her tonight. I'll come back.
You want me to give him a message for you?
Just tell him Kayam's looking for him. The mean one.
Yeah, I think he'll know who you are.
I mean, in theory, he's supposed to be tracking 2 other Kayams, so I just wanted to make sure he knows which one. Yeah.
Do you really want to say that?
Yeah. Reagan's not smart.
He sort of nods and he says, "Yep, sounds like Mr. Kipling."
Yeah, right? Classic Morris. Anyway, thanks.
All right. And he goes back to polishing his glassware.
Thanks, Monty. I think that's the first time she's used his name.
Oh, no problem.
Monty's eyes start glittering.
I'm glad we didn't have to resort to playing Brika.
I didn't know there was one.
What y'all have sort of gotten an idea of where he's gonna be. What do y'all do now? Do you want to just sort of stake out the place? Do something else in the meantime? What are you thinking?
I leave it to Reagan. This is your sting, Betty.
Reagan sits down at a table, maybe the nervous guy's table, and pulls out her deck of playing cards and shuffles them. And she says, "What do you play?"
Give me just a charisma check.
Got it. Reagan is just dripping with charisma, as we all know. So just straight charisma would be it's a 13.
Okay. So he kind of gets like a little cagey, and he just says, I don't really partake in games of chance. I find they're too unpredictable.
So skill. I don't know any skill-based card games. Solitaire? No, we can't both play solitaire. Fuck.
Well, you could play solitaire at another table where there's more room for you to play solitaire.
Oh no, I'm good.
Lovely.
Monty, what do you like to play?
Me?
Yeah.
Gosh. I don't know that many card
Go
games.
fish!
Well, I do know one called The Disappearing Witch.
Alright, go fish it is.
Damn it!
Brika, your dealer.
Does one deal and Go Fish? I don't actually know how to play Go Fish.
Me neither.
For the
Shit.
sake of this fantasy game that we are constructing in our minds together, I don't think we need to go through all of the motions of playing Go Fish. I think that we can sort of imagine Goldfish as an experience.
Goldfish?
Yes, goldfish. It's the fantasy version.
Yeah. So the man who you were speaking to, he sort of shrinks back. He doesn't leave his seat because that seems like a bit of a faux pas, but he doesn't actually participate in the first hand. So I think Brika, you use Reagan's deck, yes? Yes.
Yeah,
Sure,
just
yeah.
she just has a deck of playing cards and she's just passing the time.
Sure. Yeah. So I think that the three of you play cards in the strange bedfellows.
Our friend doesn't play with us.
He seems a little distracted.
Fair enough.
And it seems like he despite y'all kind of just like sitting with him, in spite of his protest, he seems like he's keeping his eyes clearly fixed on the door.
Every now and then, Reagan just says, "Man, you suck at this game," to that guy.
Every time he winces, not in a way of like getting hit, but he winces in a way of like like his manners are keeping him from saying what he wants to.
This is a classy lady. You don't want to be rude.
But yeah, I think a couple hours pass. I'd say around 3 hours. And at that point, I think some more patrons have sort of filtered in. Before that, y'all kind of like saw or heard in some of the back rooms the sounds of what seemed like the day shift swapping over to the night shift. But after a little while, a couple of other patrons have filtered in, but the sun has set when the door opens, and you see once more this half-elf man of unremarkable build and face. He still has a neatly trimmed beard. However, it looks as though around the edges of it, the grooming has not quite been as precise as it was. There's a little bit of kind of stubble growing on the neck and on the cheeks above the like regulated beard line. He has the coarse black hair, which is kind of it's sort of drawn back and tied behind his head. There are a few strands coming loose of it, and other than that, the biggest thing about him is just sort of the sharp jaw and cheekbones that he has. And he walks in, and you all recognize Morris Kipling. It wasn't too long ago that you all had your first encounter in the strange bedfellows downstairs in this very common room where he made the deals with you. He sort of walks in, is in the middle of taking off a coat when he notices the three of you sitting there.
Reagan shoots him the biggest, probably worst smile, because Reagan doesn't smile well.
I think it's fair. He sort of, it's not a grimace, but there is a flicker of some like displeasure over his face before he sort of sighs and walks over. As he approaches, the man who had been sitting there this whole time stands, and he says, "Mr. Kipling, I believe we have manners." And then there is just like Kipling just shoots him a look, and the guy just kind of shrinks back a bit. And Morris says, "Mr. Elwin, I believe we can have our conversation later. For now, I do believe I have more pressing matters. Is it all right?" And Mr. Elwin, sort of kind of reading the temperature of the room, nods a bit, swallows hard and walks away, kind of retreating into a deeper corner with his glass of wine, still untouched. Morris then turns to all of you, takes off his coat, puts it on the back of the chair, sits down, and he says, "So, you have some business with me, yes?"
Well, these two don't. They're just along for the ride, my Go Fish friends.
Moral support.
Yeah, your friend over there sucks at Go Fish, by the way.
I don't know what that is.
I'll teach you sometime. Yeah, so we had a deal, and I was just, checking the status, customer service type thing, because it turns out I found more members of my family than you did in the last month, and I'm just curious where you're at on that.
Well, I had heard such things.
Oh, really? Did you, must have gotten lost in the mail. Did I give you my forwarding address?
No, but
Because,
I know
it
where
seems
you
like
are
I
living.
probably should have known that before I stabbed my brother.
Well, I was not expecting young Anthony to participate in the masked mayhem, nor was I anticipating you participating in the masked mayhem.
Well,
Miss
yeah,
Cass.
but, I have a life outside of you, Morris. Come on.
Oh, I am more than aware. You three you have been attracting quite a bit of attention to yourselves.
Yeah, we do tend to do that.
Yes, I have noticed. Granted, you it makes things difficult to understand.
Where's my mom?
Things are a bit more complicated on that front.
Okay, where's my sister?
The entire front is complicated.
So I guess I'll just, simplify this for you into a yes or no question. Are you or are you not going to hold up your end of the deal?
I am...
It's a yes or no question, Morris.
I'm doing everything I can, Lady Kaya, but you must understand. I am a man with some connection, with some influence. However, as you raise your profile, those close to you become more important bargaining chips in
Here's
the future.
the thing, Morris. Can I call you Morris? I'm going to keep calling you Maury. Maury's a good name for you. So, Maury, here's the thing. You knew I was a snake when you picked me up, so you should have been prepared for that, my dude. That's not on me. But, yeah, I just, would like to know if I can be expecting to see my family anytime soon, and, you know how I get, not threatening you or anything, just...
I don't think you need to threaten me, because I think we both know that you could kill me if you wanted to. Any of you could, right here. I
mean, Breaker probably wouldn't. She's pretty nice.
You're putting a lot on me here. I'm not gonna be killing anybody.
I don't know. Monty is my muscle.
It's not a question of if you would. However, any the three of you have more than enough ability to kill me right here where I sit. I would not have much of a chance against you.
You could be killed by a dog. Or a pig.
Or a lightning strike.
Fantasy vending machine falls over, squash.
However, all that is true, especially the vending machines. But the fact of the matter is, I am more valuable to you, alive and working. Not for you, or for your interests, but working towards my own interests, which happen to coincide with yours right now.
Hey, Morris.
Yes?
So you say me being high profile puts people close to me in danger, and I get that. As a, just a follow-up question, kind of just a whim, how good you are at helping people fake their own deaths? Just like asking for a friend,
I believe you misunderstand your position here.
No, I was just wondering if maybe I could do that, and then I'm not a problem, and you can, do what you told me you'd do, because I held up my end of the bargain, and I just am trying to get my due.
How familiar are you with divination magic? Divination magic?
Nope. Monty?
It's not my expertise, but I can certainly read up
He's
on
a
it.
book boy.
I can.
I'm an I do evocation. Evocation. I'm an explosions
I
guy.
can save you a trip to the library, although I am certain that Mr. Pensmith would enjoy it. Divination magic is a way of seeking, a way of finding, and a way of observing.
Wait,
most of all.
hold on. Are you telling me that the only lead you had on my family was you went to a psychic? Because that feels like what you're implying.
No, you misunderstand me. I do not. I occasionally employ those who can use such magics, however. That is not what I am saying. I am saying the three of you are currently under some observation by, well, numerous parties.
Oh. Reagan's like, hold on a second. Puts up a hand to you guys, and then turns around as if she's looking at a camera, and flips the bird off to no one.
Just the color just drains out of Monty's face.
Anyway, and then she turns back to the table. Anyway, what were you saying?
Rika's nonplussed.
You must understand. I am doing what I can currently for you and yours. However, you have two options currently. I don't believe you will like either of them.
Okay.
One of them is, one of them is to try and leave the city and never come back.
I mean, I'd do that, but here's the thing. I don't want to do that until I got my fam on board, you know? I figured we could all go together and make it a family road trip. It's been a while since we've all thought each other were dead for the last, 10 years?
Yes, that is part of the problem. Your family, in the process of the occupation and processing of the Gothica lands, currently, of your remaining family, they took certain young Gothica, the noble youth of Gothric, as wards, glorified hostages, in order to prevent the wealthy and the powerful of the country.
Who's they?
That is part of the problem.
Problem because you don't know or because you won't tell me?
Oh no, that is what I'm getting to. Wards can change hands. Well, currently, Elizabeth, she is a ward of a very particular person in the city.
Cool. Give me a name.
I don't think you're going to like it very much.
That's fine. That's my problem, Maury. I just need a name.
No, you don't understand, Miss Kayam. It is our problem now, because if you stay here, it is our problem. You all have moved things along much more quickly than I had anticipated. And now, you have made yourselves players on this stage, on this little game board that we are all on.
Classic Reagan, am I right? Anyway, so name. You're really slow at talking, dude. Listen, I know
No.
Andrew's got a whole thing planned for tonight. I'm not gonna derail tonight's session or anything, but I do need a name, and then you're off the hook, Maury. Listen, I'm accepting 50% of the deal. Not even, like 20%, because I'm gonna go get her my damn self. I just need a name.
He kind of stares at Reagan for a long minute. And then he turns to Brika and Monty, and he says, while she did come here to speak to me, I do believe that Miss Kayam would agree that you both deserve a chance to speak your part on this.
Oh my god, Maury.
Miss Kayam, if I tell you where your sister is, if I give you the name, you will walk out of here, and your friends will be compelled to follow you. I personally have found that each individual in this world should be allowed to make their own choices in their life. You can certainly make yours, however, their particular feelings of duty and obligation to you will most likely prevent them from making theirs. I believe that taking another moment may not be remiss.
That's the sound of Reagan letting you ask them whatever you're gonna ask them.
Yeah.
What then? What is the holdup?
The holdup is Elizabeth is currently the ward of a very powerful man.
You're not gonna say it's Mr. Von Tepler, right?
If it was Archduke von Tepler, I would lie to you. I would utterly lie to you. Because I know that...
Maury, I respect that. Continue.
It's like, that's fair.
The holdup currently is I want both Miss Cha and Mr. Pensmith to... Well, I need to know if you wish to buy into this situation, or if you wish to leave the city as best you can. Leaving the city will be a bit fraught, as you are currently being monitored by, as I said, a few parties, but
Reagan
I do believe in
raises her
giving
bird
people
in the air
chances.
again. Just, just casual.
It's not an option for me to leave the city right now. It's just not possible.
So Ellie is the ward of a powerful person in the city. Hey, Monty.
What?
How old is Lynn's brother? I forget. Refresh my memory.
Refresh my memory, Andrew.
He's like 19.
19? About a year older than me.
He betrothed yet? I think we could arrange for some audiences and hide me in a broom closet or something.
Are you going to marry him?
No. God, oh my, I forget. You don't know anything about nobility. Reagan doesn't know his backstory.
Monty's just gotta, just sit on that.
So when you come, close to marrying age, you're supposed to, set up audiences and, meet people, and there's this whole courtship process, and I figured Lizzie's 17, and this brother of your future wife probably is around her age, so we could just set up one of those, but, a fake one, because we're in good with her brother, because you guys told me that he's good with us, and you saved him or something. And anyway, I just figured, that'd be a good way to confirm that Mr. Kipling here's telling the truth and I don't have to kill anybody.
I mean, that's not a bad idea, but my concern is person that she's the ward of, are they powerful enough to want to move her into the game of Masks and Martyrs?
I believe you have a misunderstanding about the game. If you are in the city, you are a piece on the board. You simply have a different person moving you around. Sometimes, eventually, perhaps you can become a player yourself, but there aren't many of those here, and they do not tend to last long. I know that very well.
Right.
Alright, well, if you're not gonna give me a name...
Hold on. Rika, are you okay knowing this? Because I think this is going to get us in a lot of trouble.
Hey, Brika's been working with me on anger management. I'm not gonna do anything today, unless that was on the agenda for Andrew's
That's not what I'm talking about, Reagan. I'm just asking, independent of you, Brika, what's your thought?
My thought is, why not tell Reagan where her little sister is? Mr.
Preach it.
Kipling!
I'm on board with that.
Preach it, Brika child.
Listen, my problems are my problems. They're not Reagan's problems.
It's true.
And
I couldn't care less about your problems.
Everyone carries their own grapes.
I'm here to help my friend out.
Aw.
So
Funny pants.
shut up. Just tell us. We don't need the subterfuge around this.
Very well. As you know, there are 5 lords and ladies of this city. 5 families. In the history of Hintilla, of the 5 highest families within the city, every time that a new archduke has been elected, they have come from one of these 5. Currently, the 5, you have met 2 of them. The first,
Right.
of course, are the von Teplers, the current archduke.
And then Manada next.
Yes. There are 3 others. One is a young man named Limpter. His father, the late Lord Limpter, decided that he would attempt to, at the inaugural masquerade of the season, attempt to murder the entire gentry of the city. Suffice to say, that did not go as he had hoped, largely due to the efforts of a few talented operatives, as well as the interference of I suppose you could call him your current landlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a real nice guy. He hasn't asked me for rent yet.
That's her category for a nice guy. That's what she needs for a nice
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, Monty hasn't asked her for rent.
The others
Fair.
are Lady Saya Khan, a widow, who, she plays the game well. But the final lord is a man named Julius Goring.
And he's got my sister.
Currently, your sister resides at his estate. Lord Goring is a man who is, he has traditionally been at odds with the Archduke. He was considered to be the second most powerful lord in the city. And he often had the support of the Lady Anastasia Manata's late father. However, after his death, Lord Goring found himself a man on an island, so to speak. Currently, the political situation is breaking down very quickly, and as we draw slowly but steadily closer to the next election, Lord Goring is going to be very important.
Cool. And do you know where my mom is?
Your mother is currently en route here.
Oh, like here?
Yes, it has taken no small amount of effort, but tracking her down and finding her
Like
has
here
proven
here
successful.
tonight, right now.
No, as in the city.
As in
right?
to the city. It will take a few more weeks. However, she is coming.
Okay, just don't forget my invite in the mail. Cool. So Reagan stands up and she says,
As for Alexandria, it is difficult to say. Alexandria moves more with rumors than with actual hard effects. There are sightings here and there, however. There is no discernible pattern I have been able to ascertain.
you know, say no more. That sounds like her. I'm glad she's alive. That sounds like a problem for later. I'll let you analyze the patterns in the data there, Maury. That's all I needed from you. So, cool. We're done here.
Not quite,
Are we?
actually.
Fuck.
I
Maury, if you
understand.
had something you wanted me to tell you, then you should have invited me here
Oh
to
no,
talk to me.
I believe you have been more than apparent in, I don't think that you could hold it back if there was something I wanted you to tell me. You would simply know there's something you should not be saying and then you would say it. Is that accurate?
If I had a hat, I'd put it on very hard right now and say, "Good day, sir."
You can clutch your scarf.
Yes.
He sort of looks between you and he says, "What do you know about Lynn von Tepler's tutor?"
Literally nothing. Is that important? Should I?
Her name is Wisteria.
Oh,
But
Wisteria.
is there anything that Monty would know, like having heard from Lynn, like, oh, I really like my tutor, she's really cool?
Oh, Lynn adores Wisteria. Lynn adores
Okay.
Wisteria.
Oh, yeah, Wisteria, we go way back. Sometimes she says her name's June. Sometimes she's the Elder King.
Right.
You know.
Well, we don't know
We
that.
don't know that part, but you know. You know how it is, Maury.
Yeah, Lynn's very fond of her.
Yes. That is a problem.
Is it?
You have to understand something about the position Miss Von Tepler is in. If you three are new pieces the different players of the game are beginning to piece over and investigate and inspect to see what use you can be, Lynn Von Tepler is the prize right now. Aldo is well-meaning, but he would never be able to truly bear the weight of a great house on his shoulders. Lynn is useful to everyone of note within this city.
Sounds to me like she should move.
That is not an option, sadly. Not for her. Not when you're born into it. It has a way of following you, of getting into...
I don't find that.
I understand.
Mr. Pensmith, you seem the closest to Miss Von Tepler. I would give you a piece of advice before you go. She is a very trusting girl. She is a kind girl. She could someday be a wonderful ruler. However, if she were to become said ruler, it must be her own choice, and not one defined by others.
Okay.
That is the thing that is unique about the game in this city, that the players don't wish for us pieces to know. We are not merely on their board. We have our own choices to make. Sometimes we make the wrong ones.
I hear that.
Sometimes there are consequences for those, but At the end of the day, we are still the ones who make them. I would recommend you three remember that the next time a player begins to move you on the board.
I understand. Thank you.
And I would like to apologize for not being in better touch. Things, as I said, your actions
Yeah, you
have
should come
moved
visit
things
more.
I do not believe that Rufus would enjoy my company, nor
That's
would
fair.
most of them
Also,
there.
to be honest, Reagan, I don't think Mr. Kipling would enjoy your company either. So I
Hey.
don't blame you, sir.
Monty, I am a fucking delight.
I like you, but God.
I am fucking delightful. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks, Maury. Keep in touch.
I have one question before we go, and if you don't have any information, it's fine. I totally understand. You're a busy person. Have you heard anything about the previously mentioned Dragonborn?
It is difficult to say. She has contacted me, to be completely blunt.
Oh. Okay.
Not because of our arrangement. However, she has contacted me because I have certain,
You're the information broker. Everybody contacts you. I understand.
something like that. But she is content to play a longer game as long as, who she's looking for does not seem to be in any apparent danger.
I could arrange that.
That doesn't sound like her.
Well, sometimes we show different sides of ourselves, and sometimes a hunter lays very, very subtle traps.
Okay.
My advice to you, Mr. Pensmith, is be very careful, because the person she's looking for has not revealed themselves yet. And
Interesting.
hopefully
Okay.
she seems single-minded in that, and I have found when someone has a single pursuit, they tend to overlook certain details, even when it would aid them in finding what or who they are looking for.
Monty, do you need to kill someone?
No, you can't kill her.
Okay.
That's not a challenge.
I mean, have you
no,
seen me?
you physically are capable of doing it. Don't.
Alright, I mean, it's fine. I don't want to.
So, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Nope.
No, sir. Thank you for your time. Oh, unless Brika does.
No, that's fine. It's fine. No news for Brika. Brika doesn't need news. I find my own news.
Oh, break away. You waiting on something from this guy, too? You need to set up a tracking system, dude.
No, I have no business with Mr. Kipling.
I mean, because it sounds like you do.
No, it's fine. I await no news.
Alright. Later.
Very well. He turns and he looks over and he says, Mr. Elwyn, I'm ready to speak to you now. And the man with the wine glass kind of just like lurches up to his feet and it just starts walking over. As y'all leave, you can hear him getting like kind of heated, and Morris just sort of very calmly deflecting the different little things that is said.
Dude needs to hire a customer service department.
You'd be great for the job.
Hello, friends. Thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Masks and Martyrs, our first canonical interlude. We will be having interludes generally between arcs, though I will try to keep them fairly short. Sometimes they go on a bit long, but I will try to keep them to one episode so that you guys can get back into the action. Though I will say, plot important things happen in these, and especially some very important character beats, so I recommend you stick around to listen to them. If you're enjoying our show, we'd love if you could leave us a review wherever you're listening, and this week we would really like to ask you to share us with a friend. It really helps us. Our listening numbers are a bit down, and so I would love to get y'all's help in spreading the word a little bit more. So just tell one friend this week about our podcast and that they can find it wherever they like to listen to podcasts, including Spotify. If you like this show, you'll probably be interested in the other podcasts on the Nerdification Media Network. This week I wanted to bring a spotlight back onto Generation Fangirl. Been a while since we plugged it. They talk about being a girl and growing up nerd, and you can find them wherever fine podcasts are sold. This week we will also be at Ancient City Con in St. Augustine, Florida. We will be there as Nerdification Media at booth 811. It will be me and Hopper from Hopper and the Books on Tape of our ending theme, and we'll be selling art and keychains and bookmarks and all that sort of fun stuff. And I will have a small selection of Masks and Martyrs merchandise, so if you happen to be in the area, make sure you stop by and say hello to us. If we don't sell out of our merch there, which I imagine we won't, we will put it for sale online and we'll let you guys know where you can purchase it. This week we are sponsored by lovelylady.life. Lauren is a North Carolina artist who creates cosplay art and music with her daughter. Her mission is to encourage anyone at any level to practice their art daily. If you're on Instagram, you can go say hello to her at lovelylady.life. Last but not least are the music credits. Our intro music is Threads of Fate by Diana Pepperozzi and Thomas Hart. The mid-roll is Kevin MacLeod's Dreamlike, and our ending theme is Merry Meet Meg by Hopper and the Books on Tape. Thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate your patience as we go through the interlude, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for stopping by.
And is anyone have anything else they want to do over the course of probably the next 5 days in this in-game week?
Brika is gonna leave a gift basket at Kobold Kai.
Yes!
That's what she's doing this week.
What do you want to put in the gift basket? What's the aesthetic of this gift basket? What are you thinking?
It is ostensibly a feel better gift basket for
For the young lion of
for the
Kobold
young
Kai.
lion of Kobold Kai.
For Crispus?
Yep.
Yeah, Crispus got kind of bodied.
Yeah,
in the end there.
He's getting a little basket full of snacks and
Kobold goodies.
Kobold goodies and a little note from
Kobold Justice.
Like,
Aww.
you fought valiantly.
Aww.
Yeah.
So are you delivering it are you doing it stealthily or are you just delivering it?
I mean, it's Brika, so no matter what, it's stealthily. But
She's trying to just walk down the street
Roll a
and she
stealth
disappears.
check for me then.
That's a 9
Plus
plus 11.
11. So 20.
God damn it.
Brika can't fail a fucking stealth roll.
I mean, maybe she would have rolled a 2 and only gotten a 13. Who knows?
Maybe, but she didn't.
She drops it off and
vanishes into a puff of
that's
smoke.
exact. Someone opens the door, and maybe it's the young lion himself, all bandaged and sad, and he'll see just the slightest glimpse of her leaving around the corner.
He comes out and Christmas picks up and he's in fact pretty bruised, he's got some bandaging on. The King of the Ring did a number on him. However, he sees his gift basket and he picks it up and it reads, to the young lion, you fought valiantly, from Filchiati. And he looks around as if to try and see who's there, and he sees just for a minute, backlit against the moon, is a diminutive kobold figure with a headscarf, who then he blinks and it's gone. And he wonders, was she ever even there to begin with?
Mm-hmm. On his deathbed, he's still gonna be wondering.
I am the Kobold Justice. Mm-hmm. I am the knight.
I am Filchiati. I don't know what Brikachaw's battle cry is. I like the idea of my secret identity. This is my secret identity. I'm Brikachaw!
I mean, yeah, basically.
It's like
Brikachaw, bitch!
It's like if Batman had yelled out, Bruce Wayne! in the middle of fighting.
She's really not trying to be super secret here.
I know.
It's there's only so many kobolds around.
There's actually a pretty sizable kobold population in Hintilla. They mostly find work as builders. On work crews and stuff.
But how many are wearing headscarves?
And how many have a thirst for justice?
I mean, it depends. It depends on the neighborhood, really.
Is it possible to sneak in and try and visit Lynn and see if she's okay, how she's doing?
How do you want to try and do that? What's your angle on that?
Reagan's gonna send him with a note that says, "Dear Lynn, what do you know about Julius Gorling? Love, Reagan."
and then underneath is a stick figure, which is like a lady with like angry eyes and a sword and a shield, and it says, "This is me, Reagan." Remember?
Yep. PPS, don't show your parents. PPPS, but if you do, tell them I'm coming for them.
No. How do I want to do this? I'm no good at stealth. I can't stealth.
Monty, do you have to stealth? Can you just go see her because you're friends?
I actually could just walk up to the door. The only question is if that Dragonborn is still with the family, it's dangerous for me to go up to the front door.
And she can't really meet you at the library anymore because it's dangerous for her to be out.
Yeah.
Go to her bedroom window.
Oh, throw pebbles.
Yeah.
Reagan will put you on his shoulders. Reagan will take any excuse to trespass if he needs help.
Throw things
Reagan.
at the fun pebblers.
Pebble clinks. Pebble clinks. Pebble clinks. Javelin!
I'm just imagining Monty throwing pebbles at Hetlin's window, and Reagan's like, "I got you, bitch." Throws like a boulder.
Just throws Monty. Just throws Monty through the window.
Hold up,
This
bitch, I
wizard
got
empty.
this. No, he's gonna use prestidigitation to, because I think you can make like small illusory objects.
It's like a walled estate, so you would have to get past the walls, which is doable. Like if you have a plan and the rolls go the right way. But like in terms of like trying to like knock on a window or something, that'd be a bit tougher, I think.
Can I fly in?
So romantic.
Oh, you do know fly.
I do know fly now.
Oh, huh. I mean,
I can show you the world.
we can certainly try.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I guess I'll try and fucking fly in through to the Von Templer estate to visit my not girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
Let's. Okay. Yeah.
You're gonna,
To my window, crawl inside, way by
I'm gonna fly into the Von Templer estate with a giant boombox tape deck and blare Peter Gabriel at the window.
You know what?
Ruin my stealth roll.
You know what?
No,
So-
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly into the estate and throw. My original plan was to throw like illusory roses at her window until she.
oh my god.
Thump.
God.
Shut up! It's the only idea I had, and it's not gonna damage the window like rocks would.
Or
Tuxedo
javelins.
mask. Or javelins.
Okay, so when are you doing this? Like time wise, like time of day.
Dusk.
Okay. So the sun has pretty much set. It's like just after magic hour, when it's a bit darker. From sort of like wandering by in various disguised selves, you are eventually able to pick out like the changing of the shifts of guards. I imagine you sort of like get into like an alleyway not too far. Yeah, you cast fly on yourself and you have a fly speed of 60 feet. From what you can tell, there's around 120 feet between like sort of the wall that you would be entering through via where you think Lynn's room is. You only got close to it once, but you think you have a pretty good idea of where it is. Like 90% sure.
She drew diagrams on her last letter.
So Monty, how do you wanna fly there in terms of like what's the approach you want to take?
Well, would it be possible to roll either investigation or perception to see if there's anybody who can see me?
Yeah, that'd be a perception check because you're sort of scanning the surroundings, trying to make sure you can locate somebody.
Ew, I will never know. It was 8.
8. Okay. You're not. You don't really see anybody in the area. Generally, the neighborhood around like one of the major estates, especially one of the archduke, it's a bit sleepier. You know, like it's not the kind of place you throw a party or like carouse because there's like it's the leader of the city. Like they can call the cops on you really easily.
but I can fly.
Yeah, but, so right now you don't see anybody.
Is there any cover that I could dash to between the wall and the window? I'm thinking of like a trellis or something because they're fancy ass rich folk.
Yeah, there's like a small balcony on there.
I'm gonna go for under the balcony.
Okay. So if you're dashing, that doubles your move speed. So you have like 120 feet of flying speed. So Monty, as soon as you like think the coast clear, you just zip over there like a little rocket. I think you get there and you're sort of like hovering underneath like sort of the shadows of this balcony here. Just kind of being a bit subtle. The window to what you think is Lynn's room is like above you, so you can't see it right now since the balcony's between you and it.
Is it open? Can I at least see if it's like swung out or anything?
As you kind of poke over, it is in fact open.
Toss a rose into the room. See how that fucking works.
What kind of rose? Like how are you tossing? Did you buy roses?
Wait a second. Am I wrong in that prestidigitation can create an illusory image for up to a minute?
I believe that's minor illusion.
Oh, that's minor.
Prestidigitation can
Well,
create...
I have minor illusions, so who gives a fuck?
So you throw an illusory rose in. There is no noise from it.
Yes, I know.
And it sort of just goes in, and there's no response from inside.
Because I don't want to accidentally be a peeping Tom or anything. This isn't one of my harem animes. I'm just gonna go for Lynn. Lynn, are you there?
This is why you bring Reagan. She's good at making noise.
Shut up, Reagan.
There's no response from inside.
I'm gonna do a little Aladdin and kind of peek my head over the edge of the banister.
So you peek your head over and you see the door's open. There's sort of like the gentle breeze drifting in, and you see there is a small figure sort of with like the blankets pulled up. They are not facing you. Their back is to the window, and they are currently in bed.
Lynn, are you awake?
You're not sure from where. You hear someone say, "I would be very careful if I were you."
Is there anything I can roll to discern where that's coming from?
Without even rolling, you cannot to determine this. Like, you don't know where this is coming from. It just like pops into your head. It's not like someone whispered in your ear, but there's no one around you at all.
I'm gonna dispel the rose, and I'm going to abandon this course of action.
Okay. So you're going back over the wall?
Yeah, I'm going back over the wall.
Okay. As you kind of like zip back over, and you kind of come back to your landing pad, you hear just what sounds like teeth on meat. And you see further down, there is what looks to be like an emaciated figure wearing some odd clothing. There's like a little barrel with like a red and white like checkered cloth laid over it, a little candle, and there's just like what looks to be just like it's like a huge haunch of meat, and they are just like going to town on it. The figure turns to you and he says, "That was terribly close. Honestly, I mean, it's a strong choice, but a dangerous one." And as you kind of get a closer look at him, you recognize him from the place you're staying at. This is Mortis Gimghoul. He is human-ish looking, but he's just a little
human adjacent.
He's just too thin, too gaunt, too emaciated. And he is wearing like just the same outfit he wears every single day, which is like a 3-piece like Undertaker suit, like old timey Undertaker suit, but it's completely like moth eaten. It's kind of faded a bit. It's very faded, and he says, "Come on, just have a seat. I think that we could discuss a few things. I feel like we would see eye to eye, you and I." I said it 3 times.
Can we discuss whatever it is back at Rufus's mansion?
We could. The problem is you have those friends over there, and they wouldn't like me very much. But I feel like you and I, we both have certain things that we need to get done.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna stay up here. Well, no, I'm gonna get off the wall because it's dangerous. Can we do it not in front of the Von Tepler estate, though? Maybe not back at the mansion, but not right here.
He mutters a word, snaps his fingers, and there is suddenly now looks to be like a wall just flickers into existence in between at the end of this alleyway, down this alley, and he says, "That should give us a few minutes, around 10 or so."
Okay, I'll take it. That's fine.
So, I have noticed that we are both cut from the same cloth.
Are we?
Yes, you and I both. We delve into the arcane, the secrets of the universe. And we both have found ourselves in an interesting position. Is that correct or not?
I mean, it depends on what position you're talking about.
We are currently in the middle of the Nexus. Things are going to be defined by what happens in that little house we found ourselves in. I have an eye for these sorts of things, and I've taken eyes for these sorts of things.
I gotcha.
But you seem a bit more used to this world than I am.
Used to what? Nobility? Like
Yes. You were doing that thing that they do in the stories where they come up to the besotted lover coming up to the balcony. I've read about it quite a bit. You seem
I'm not exactly. I wouldn't call myself Lynn's lover, but
Lynn, as in Lynn von Tepler. That's interesting. See, that is why I believe that we could have some sort of... we could speak with one another on... quite frankly, it's good you didn't go in there, by the way. That wasn't Lynn. They moved her bedroom a while ago. Some sort of nasty dust-up with a number of assassins. It was...
yes, that makes much more sense.
Yes, no.
Okay.
The Von Teplers have brought in a few heavy hitters, if you would, to keep their children safe. Very, very dangerous folk. I believe the one who was on watch that night most likely could have punched your head off. But...
probably. I mean, most people can punch my head off. It's not very easily.
Same. Mine is barely hanging on as it is.
Oh, that's not funny. That's not funny talking to a zombie.
But I believe that we can help each other. I am prepared to offer you my assistance as well as limited access to my research.
All right. What is your research?
I would like your assistance in... I need to remove the Undertaker's Guild.
The Undertaker's Guild? They're the only thing that keeps us free from disease and corpses in the street.
I believe that there is much good to be done by undertakers. However, the guild is run by charlatans who do not appreciate the true work of a master. Let me tell you that right now. I mean, just because someone has to, just because of certain appetites that someone may have, that doesn't mean that they cannot perform their duties as they should. And as a result, I have decided that the whole organization is rotten, and I believe that you, with your political expertise, could help me. Now, granted, it's okay. Just so we're clear, it's not a sex thing.
Not sure if cannibal or
It's
necromancer.
not a sex
Just saying.
I mean, he's an necromancer, but he says, listen, I was on duty tonight, anyways, and so this worked out very well. But good that we both ended up at the same place outside of the manor. Just be careful.
Duty. So you were hired by the Von Teplers as well.
No. No. Rufus thinks that we should have someone keeping an eye on the situation here. Things are moving very quickly in the city. Like I said, Rufus is not the brightest man in the world, but he has found himself surrounded by very, 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 very interesting people, like yourself and your little friends over there. So, I think that since we are all such fascinating and intriguing people, we should all at least be on better terms. Yes? Wonderful. Now, I'm going to get back to my meal, unless you would like to have a bit.
God, no.
More for me. But, as I said, I would be happy to discuss the matters of the the charlatans at the Union a bit later with you. But in the meantime, I do need to get back to my observation duties. You'd be surprised how many assassins try and sneak in there. Although, I suppose they're not very good assassins if you see them. I wonder how many assassins have already made it in there. How many are already in there, just waiting to make their moves? It's all dreadfully exciting.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm never going to sleep again.
That's good. Sleep is mostly when you get caught.
Thank you for this. Monty's like, I was going to put an adjective here, and now I'm not going to put an adjective here. Thank you for this conversation.
Of course, don't be a stranger.
I'm going back now.
That's probably for the best. After all, the lover can't get caught until at least the third act of the play.
Oh my god. Okay, bye. I just...
So you leave Mortis eating what is now, you have definitely confirmed to be just raw meat. Just.
Yes, but what is the origin of the raw meat?
Roll an investigation check for me as you fly away.
I'm really mad because I have a very good investigation and I almost don't want to know. Fuck! 24. I rolled a 24.
It looks to be just like the bottom half of pig.
Just like a pig butt?
Yeah, pig butt.
So it's a pork butt.
In the grand southern tradition of a pig picking, he just decided to get to it.
He picked it all.
He picked the butt.
Yeah, he picked it all.
There's a lot of good meat in the butt. He knows it. So Monty, you get back.
Going home,
and
thoroughly traumatized.
And I imagine you either sleep or don't. However, the next day, the three of you are awoken by a voice saying, All right, I need to know. It's fine. I'm not angry.
Do we know the voice?
It is Rufus. It's fine.
Rufus.
I'm not angry. I just need.
You're angry, but get over it. What's up?
So as I open the door, you see like sort of like the various characters sort of filter out and he says, "Okay, here's the problem. I don't want to be doing this, but I have all of you people living here, and we just received an invitation, and I personally don't want to go, but I probably have to because I have to do everything here apparently, and they won't let me stop.
What's the invitation?
We're going to a dinner apparently. Not we as in all of us, but we as in me and three. As in 3 people.
Were you saying he wakes us up with this, or we're just like eating breakfast?
He kind of wakes everybody up with it. You get the impression that he kind of just like got what looks to be like a very like elaborately like written in calligraphy like invitation, which he's just sort of like bandying around, just looking like very frustrated, like he always kind of does. Of just like,
oh, why am I the champion of Kirkwall?
Pretty much, yeah. And he kind of like turns and the various kind of like people. Some of them are sort of like confused by it. The ones who've been here the longest seem like the most used to it. You see Delia Quickstep kind of just like she just kind of shrugs and like turns and starts walking off. The Kenku monk Kalo is kind of like taking in the whole scene, unsure of what's happening. But at that point, Rufus kind of looks at, turns over and he says, "Look, the dinner's tonight. I just got it. This is just like them. It's a power play thing. Because, see, they don't want you to have time to prepare, but they want to show that they can, like, make you show up when they want you to." And
Reagan raises her hand.
Yeah. What? Sorry. Who are you again? What was your name?
Reagan. My name's Reagan.
Reagan.
It's Reagan.
Great. Okay. Well, apparently, Lord Goring has decided he's gonna have a dinner tonight.
Reagan's up. She's on her feet. Sweet, I'll go with you. I'll go I'll put on my best things. And she leaves.
Do you even have best thing?
Okay, that's one. I need 2 more people. Anybody? Anybody?
If Reagan goes, then I go. So we go.
Brika.
It's apparently... Wait. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Oh,
Me? Or...
Brikacha.
Brikacha and what's your name, little dude?
Pentague Monsmith.
Pentague
Montague Pensmith.
Money Pants. Okay. Money Pants.
I almost said Pentague Monsmith. I hate you guys.
Money Pants Penmouth. Got it. No, sorry. I'll call you by. Sorry. I made a mistake. It's Money Mouth Pen. Got it. Okay. All right, Money Mouth. So apparently it's a mixer.
I don't know the meaning of.
It's where
What is?
It's where you meet
Your future wife.
or husband, I guess. I don't know. From what I've been told, it's a place where wealthy fucking people show up, they rub elbows, they make their little deals, and maybe one or two people get, it's from what I hear, someone's debuting there at this little thing. It's sort of like a pre-debut thing before the actual Goring Ball, which is in a few months.
Reagan pops back out in the same clothes and says, you're gonna have to take me shopping ahead of time, dude. I don't know anything nice.
I'll take you shopping. Reagan, I'll take you shopping.
Woo!
Lovely. Fantastic. That's
So
what
someone's
it would be.
debuting? I know who it is. I think this is an invitation from my good friend Maury. Anyway, thanks, Roofy.
Wait, Maury like Morris?
Yeah, Morris. I told him that he needed to...
Fucking course it's him.
Yeah, it's like always him, right? That's like, we've had this conversation.
Oh my god, we have. Oh my god. Have you ever felt like your whole life is just kind of like not in your control anymore?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually.
That's why I'm so
constantly.
angry and punch things a lot. You should try it.
No, I mostly just drink.
That works too, man. Hey, whatever bad coping mechanism speaks to you, you stand in your truth.
So you three, so you're coming.
Yeah, my sister's debuting. I'm gonna have to be there. Moral support.
Question is am I coming or is somebody else coming?
No, Monty, I need I need you because you're.
No,
gonna buy...
I mean I'm coming, but am I going to have to disguise myself for this, or am I going to be Monty?
Well, like you're fine, right?
Monty, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and a voice says in your ear, I think if you can't go, I believe that I could actually...
Please never touch me again! Stop talking and never touch me again.
Hey, Monty, who's your friend?
Mortis Gimghoul, a pleasure.
Morris?
Mordis.
That's gonna be...
You can call me Gimghoul.
Gimghoul Bully. Bully. Your name's Bully. Bully. Yeah, hi. Don't... Hands off, my anxious twink.
Apologies. I thought that we had bonded last night. Apparently, we're not quite there yet.
No, I don't think
Bonding or
anyone's
not,
quite there.
Just don't touch me.
My good friend, Mr. Monsmith here, doesn't like to be touched. So,
Nobody touches me. You notice that? Nobody touches me. Just don't touch me. Don't do it, okay? Okay, cool. Like, don't do it? Cool. All right.
Apologies. I wasn't aware. But
Mortis, I will be going. Okay? So cool. So you're not going. So you can stay
Monty,
here.
you need me to, kill this dude?
Not yet.
Okay. Boring, but okay.
You can, Monty's smiling so wide that it looks like his face might break.
that's literally the smile that Mortis has all the time.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And so it's this weird kind of mirror thing.
A match made in hell.
And after watching this for a minute, Rufus just says, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, and I think I hate every minute of this. I hate this so much.
Too.
That's fair.
Conveniently, so do I. Hey, funny how that works.
Weird creepy guy. Can you go and I don't know, maybe help Laszlo fix the fucking boat that you sank in my fucking harbor the first night you were here? That is an excellent idea. I'm sure Laszlo will have more than enough input on tonight's situation. We could offer support. No. You're just gonna go away now. You're just gonna walk away now, and it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. He says, very well, my lord. And he just has this fucking cheese-eating grin on his face as he gives this ostentatious bow and then walks away. As he does, Rufus kind of just is watching him go, and he says, I don't know if that guy wants to eat me or fuck me.
I don't know either, and I'd never ever want to find out.
Yeah, no, that's smart. Yeah, okay. So you three, you're, do you know how to talk to these people?
I mean, like nobles?
Here's the thing, we don't have anybody here who really does that. Delia...
I don't do that. I
got
that.
it.
You do that? You can do that?
I do that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
the
good.
thing that I do.
All right.
2 out of 3.
All right, Money Mouth. I'm putting my eggs on you, okay? Okay?
Hey, I said I could do it.
Okay.
Do I not look
Reagan?
trustworthy?
Reagan?
No, but you honestly, you remind me kinda of me, and I'm not good at it, and...
Yeah, that's fair. Nah, I'd surprise you. I surprise a lot of people with a lot of things. Mostly it's knives. But
See,
this time-
that's not... I don't think that's how you talk to people in this situation.
No, that's a different situation. Different scenario. Anyway, you know what, Rufus?
She has
You're
multiple skills.
You're alright.
I'm just me. It's fine. And you, what's your deal? Bricka, got it. What's your thing?
You know, Cobalt Justice was pretty popular. Maybe she could put in an appearance, you know, for the children.
That's fair. That's actually not a bad idea.
What's a Cobalt Justice?
That's her, like, wrestling name.
Oh, you did that thing.
Yeah.
Can I not go just as Brika?
No, that's good.
You could go as Brika too. I have no objections to that. To be honest,
No,
it's really funny.
I'm asking because you, Oregano.
Oregano's good.
Oregano seems like me, so that's.
And I'll be
But-
parsley.
But she also volunteered, so she and no one else
No,
did.
I'm going.
Money Mouth said that he knows how to talk to these people, which I need desperately, because every time I go to one of these things, I end up having to do more things for these people, and I hate it. But I'm trying to figure out you, because I don't really know. I know quiet people. There's a lot of quiet people here. There's so many quiet people here. But, I don't know if any of them are as quiet as you.
Ricky can get right, straight out mouthy when she wants.
Yeah.
No.
true.
I don't mean like conversationally. I mean, you seem like one of those, stab kind of people, right?
Oh, yes. Very sneaky.
Right. So my question is, I don't want to cast aspersions or anything on like you and what your profession is of sneaky, stabby, but you're not gonna like do that there, are you?
No, I
She doesn't
have.
have a reason.
Rico
to.
only stabs when the situation calls for it. You're
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
I'm the one you should be worried about.
Oh no, trust me, I am worried about that, and and I don't, like I said, I don't want to be like assuming things about anybody, but like, I mean, you've seen the kind of people who keep ending up here. He leans in, kind of conspiratorially. I don't know what is happening at any given time. I am barely keeping things together, and there is a man who may be a corpse. There is this old guy who cannot die. I have seen him get the top of his head, like, have a sword into it, and the next day he's
I
fine.
think he could teach me how to do that.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm gonna have to ask him.
I mean, the thing is, the most normal people here are the lesbian duelist who makes a habit of killing noblemen and monsters.
I need to meet
Sounds
her.
like good. Yeah,
And-
sounds like fun.
and a weird bird. He's terrible. He's just the worst.
Huh?
They're the most normal people here. Okay? I don't know what's happening. Ever, really?
I'm slightly offended on my own behalf that you don't consider me to be somewhat normal, but continue.
He sort of looks at you and he says, okay, I admit I have not gotten to know you three yet, and that's on me. That's my bad.
Nah, it's chill. I don't like people knowing
Okay,
me.
to the...
I've heard I'm a little bit hard to talk to.
I don't find that.
Okay, well, Money Mouth, I'm sorry to you then, because they seem fine with it, but I'm sorry to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So look, the dinner is tonight. Just meet back here at like 4. There will be a carriage waiting to take us.
Hey. Rufus. Take a deep breath. That's what my good friend Brika taught me. Also, I am probably wanted for murder. Do you have anyone who knows disguised person here?
I only know disguise self. I'm sorry. I don't know how to cast it on someone else. No, I'm saying that to Rufus. Like, don't look at me immediately.
Who did you try and murder?
Exactly? No, not tried. I did succeed. Some guards.
She is very talented in that regard.
She also did try to kill Elaine von Tepler. Yes.
Yeah, once.
His face just kind of goes blank. He just turns around and just walks away.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
He's just like, you get the impression like every time that he thinks he's meeting like someone who's new here ends up being like kind of normal, then it's just like, oh no, this is but wait, I'm not at all.
I did kill a lot of people.
And
is that good?
I mean, almost all of us have killed a lot of people at this point.
I like the idea of as he's like walking away, Reagan's like, is that good? Is killing good? Is that nice? He walks away. Y'all have like the day to prepare for a mixer at Lord Goring's estate. One thing that from what Morris did tell you is that Lord Goring is no friend of the Von Teplers.
Okay.
At all.
So Regan might be in good company.
Okay, well, knowing that, Montague Pensmith will go.
So maybe Reagan walks in and is like, hey, the Von Teplers, I tried to kill, no big deal.
And they're just like, oh my god, how do I hire you?
Just like talk to my agent. That's my agent.
Yeah, that's my agent, Brika.
Brika holding a fantasy cell phone. Wait a minute.
Reagan, I just got you a new deal. 1,000 gold a day.
That is like the cutest image ever of just like kobold agent. Just yeah, hold on. What's that? Okay.
Got a little power suit with shoulder pads.
Oh yes.
Brika!
You really can have it all.
I love her so much.
Oh my god.
She's so good.
Why is Brika so pure and good? Like, I don't understand it.
Can Brika wear a suit to the thing, Andrew? Is there a kobold
Well, it depends. It depends on where y'all want to get your duds from. I do like the idea of just like pantsuit power trio.
Yes.
Fucking just like rocking it, looking good, feeling good.
Does anyone in this district do makeovers? Because Reagan's gonna need one if she's gonna go get there without getting arrested.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check for me, Reagan.
Roll for makeover.
Reagan honestly should get a haircut before the...
Natural 1!
Okay, hold on. Shut up, Reagan. I'm gonna do it. I can do investigation. I'm gonna do the same investigation check.
Monty, roll an investigation check for me, and I know how we're gonna resolve this.
That's a 2 plus 8 is 10.
So pretty much how this goes down is Reagan's like, don't worry guys, I know where we're gonna go. Smash cut to y'all standing in front of just the most derelict, beaten up, awful looking building, which just has like scratched into the wood and glass. It just reads Helga's hair. and Reagan, you're just like, this is the place. This is it. This is where this is that like good local place, the kind that they don't tell you about on TripAdvisor, like at least you gotta know somebody to find.
It's a literal hole in the wall.
Monty, you see it, you're just like, what the fuck is this place? Like every sense of like good breeding is just at war in you right now. And actually, it's not at war. It is united in a single attempt to say, this is not where classy people go.
Let's please
this is not where
go
normal
in this
people
literal
go.
hole in a wall.
That just reads Helga's hair. But Reagan is like, yeah, this is it. This is the place.
Reagan's inside. She's sitting down, getting comfortable.
Brika has no problem with this. She has no hair.
No, this isn't happening. No. We have to go be with nobles and around nobles. We're dressed
Well,
in
do you
the
want to roll higher than a 10?
Yes, I do. Can I roll again?
You saw a place in the waiver which looked like workable. Something that you like, something you could put together. You think?
Okay.
Now, of course, Reagan has to agree to leave Helga's hair.
I mean, she is kind of deferring to Money Pants on this because he does have to pay for it. And
Hey,
Helga's hair.
I'm not going to pay for anything that's done in this establishment.
Well, the thing is, I don't think Monty could afford Helga's hair.
Yeah, you're right. They don't take negative money.
As you say that, y'all are kind of like standing outside on the street still like talking about this, discussing. You just see like this woman who looks like maybe 40, but it's hard to tell. She has massive glasses, just like the frizziest possible hair, and she just kind of like her very long fingered hands just kind of like wrap around the edge of the entrance, and she just like pokes her head out and she goes, "You want hair? Helga has hair."
Haircut?
She pauses as if considering this new world, and she says, "Helga can cut hair. Yes, yes."
No. And Monty just grabs Reagan by the shoulder and drags her away.
Nice meeting you.
I do want to ask that while y'all are getting your hair cut, what's Brika doing? Because Brika don't got hair, I don't think, right?
No, Brika has no hair. She could get her
scales
nails
waxed.
Get her scales polished. Get her claws sharpened or something. I don't know.
Sure. So, Brika, roll an investigation check for me real quick.
For kobold fashion.
12.
Okay. So, while Monty and Reagan go to find like a decent hair cuttery, Brika, you come across what can only be described or as like a scaled folk body shop. It is a somewhat imposing building. It's pretty much like made of just like metal and stone, and essentially like an equivalent of sort of like these two large double doors which have been sort of swung open to kind of let like the warm summer air like filter in. You see inside there are a number of dragonborn, lizard folk, and kobolds, all of whom are getting like some kind of body work done. Some of it is like grinding down nails. Some of it is like buffing out like scales. It looks like one guy in the back is sort of this huge ripped dragonborn. He is in the process of like dyeing scales, and you've seen this before. Scaled folk, they can either do like temporary dye jobs and dyed patterns on their scales, or they can just like do like a permanent stain. This guy looks like he had some permanent stains. He seems to be a white dragonborn naturally, but he's just like, he's a fucking like menagerie of like sort of patterns all over his form. And as you kind of walk in, he looks up and you see he's got like these little half moon spectacles. He looks up from the person he's with right now, and he says, oh hey, hold on one sec. Hey, Bobby, come get this person, okay? And you hear, all right, and you see a kobold who is like half a head shorter than you, just like dashes over, and he says, yeah, what do you want? What can we do for you today, huh? What you got, huh? Bobby's my name, come on, welcome to the body shop. It's not really my body shop, otherwise I call it the Bobby shop, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. And Brika just kind of shows her nails. It's like, I have to go to a fancy party.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, look at these. You got some good ones. All right. What are we thinking? We thinking just kind of like, you want to get them to like a point? You want to blunt them out? You want them like, what are we thinking? How we feeling here, huh?
Oh, definitely don't blunt them. I might need them.
Hey. Trust me, I know the feeling, you never know when you gotta just, you gotta kind of throw down, you know what I'm talking about, like, folks ain't kind to kobolds, you know what I mean? But, so what are you thinking? You thinking like a deluxe job? You thinking more just like a working stiff? How you feeling here?
Brika is really out of her element.
Yeah, you should have waited for Monty to come with you.
Yeah, I guess. Brika's just gonna get like a basic, whatever the basic
just
service
a trim.
is, man. Yeah.
All right. A basic package. All right, we can do that. Hey, Gonzalez, come over here. And you see a kind of like a leaner dragon woman walk over, and she's like, what do you want, Bobby? He's like, hey, I got a basic package for you. Take care of her. She's a friend of mine. We gotta look at her. She's like, yeah, okay.
I don't know this man. His name is Bobby?
Trust me, I know the feeling. Come this way. And he's like, oh, come on, yeah, come on. And she just leaves him back there. Is he giving you trouble?
No, it's fine.
All right, so just regular deal.
Yep.
All right. But wait, and she sits it down and she helps buff you out. like exfoliates the scales a bit. Help kind of like maintain the sort of nail claws that kobolds have. Actually, she's like, you got a lot of wear and tear on here. You've been in some scrapes recently.
Oh, all the time, yes.
I can see that.
The line of work, you could say.
Oh yeah, hired muscle.
I dabble.
I can see that. You got a good frame for it. Not like the heavy stuff, but no offense to kobolds, but there's kobolds like you, and there's kobolds like Bobby. And as you look over, you see like Bobby is kind of just like leaning against the wall, like picking his teeth with a toothpick. And you realize now he's got a little pot belly, and she's like, he doesn't take care of himself super well,
Yeah.
But you're in solid shape,
Yes. Thank you for noticing.
It's small talk. Trying to, it's
right.
it's the job. If you prefer, we can. I can just be quiet while we do this if you'd like.
Oh, it's fine. I just I'm not used to talking about myself, I suppose.
Yeah, I know what that's like. It can be tough. Hard to get a word in edgewise sometimes. I think she finishes the basic package, and honestly, like it's like a mani-pedi and like a bit of a spa day all at once. Like I imagine that scales have a bit more maintenance to them than just like skin. And yeah, it's definitely a good feeling like when it's just kind of just like it's like you can sort of like exhale again. It's like it's like the feeling that you get when you cut your hair and you get to like rub the fuzzy part on the hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
It's that good feeling, but like all over your body.
Very refreshing.
Gonzalez says, she's like, all right, so for basic package, it'll be 15 silver, but since you're a first-time customer, we knock off like 20%. Just as like a thanks for coming in, thanks for supporting local businesses. So it'd be 12 silver.
Oh, nice. Thank you. She's getting a nice tip then, and I can't decide if I should ask her directly or try to figure out from.
Get a Dragonborn's phone number for Reagan.
Rika's just curious about the gentleman with the multicolored scales and perhaps, his romantic situation, if he's involved with anyone, is,
True.
Oh, you
not,
got
not for
you got
me,
an eye for
it's
Otto?
a friend of mine.
I get it. A friend. Sure. Well, Otto. Otto's a good guy. Good figure in the community. He had some bad run-ins when he was younger with some nasty types. But but once he opened up the shop here, ever since then he's been a real pillar, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And if your friend, she winks at you, is interested in large, strapping young, guys, I will say he's single. I'll say that.
Good to
You
know.
know where to find him.
What a good friend.
See, the problem here is if Reagan comes into the body shop, there's so many, buff Dragonborn guys.
It's true, but if
Yeah.
Rika
There's
set up a
so
blind
much.
date.
You have to slowly introduce Reagan into the Dragonborn population, because if it's all at once, it'll
Just push
Oh,
her through the door.
that-
She's just like,
She'll be overwhelmed.
I need my nails done.
I just realized we thought it was Monty's harem anime, but it was always
Right.
Reagan's.
Actually.
It was always Reagan's.
Kiss, fall in love.
So mark off the 12 silver plus whatever you want to tip, and she shows you the door. Thanks for coming in. Sort of like as Bobby tries to come up, she just puts her hand on his face and just kind of keeps him at an arm's length. You get out. You're looking nice and polished, nice and exfoliated. Meanwhile, Reagan and Monty, you managed to come to a very solid middle of the road salon. Nothing super fancy, but it's fine.
I still think that Helga would have done a fine job, Monty.
Incorrect.
Agree to disagree. Reagan's getting a cool asymmetrical haircut because she's trying to grow her hair out, but Reagan had an undercut. So it grew in very uneven.
That sounds about right. Monty, what are you doing?
he needs the hair. The hair serves a purpose. There's a reason his hair is like that.
The hair is how he gets all the babes. That's Monty's
No,
look.
it's really not.
All
though.
the
It's how he
babe.
prevents-
All the singular babe.
He's going to get a bit of a haircut. He's going to thin it out a little bit, and he's going to pull the back half into a ponytail, but he's still going to have the mess of bangs in the front.
Okay. I can dig that.
Because it's very important that he at least have the bangs.
Sure. So for these two haircuts, I think Reagan's is a bit more involved. I think total it comes out to 20 silver between the two of you.
Monty pays it, doesn't even think about it.
Thanks, Monty.
I think y'all reconvene and y'all see kind of like, well, Brika, you see them with haircuts, and y'all see Brika like a bit more luster to the scales, you know, a bit of a sheen, a bit of a shine, you know.
Rika, you're glowing.
You look good.
No, literally, it's like getting in my eyes. It's dope though. It's dope. You look great.
Thanks.
Anyway, so I guess we need some duds.
All right, let's go. Monty kind of like jiggles his coins a little bit. Let's go.
I think we can sort of like say that y'all are able to find some clothing.
Yeah. They
without
get sick
too much
duds.
difficulty. Like, I guess my question is like, in terms of like low quality, mid quality, high quality, what are y'all looking for? For Monty, you would know that like you don't have to get like super dressed up. You don't have to be like to the nines.
Like to the sixes.
Like a 5 or a 6. I think a good example of it is like if you went to like an alumni dinner at like your college, but it wasn't like a reunion. It was just like, oh, you know, like we're having a little get together. We're gonna, you know, catch back up, but it's kind of like a networking thing. That's sort of like where you're looking at.
Everybody gets high quality clothes.
Woo!
I will leave the descriptions of y'all's. I trust y'all to, you know, like to concoct like adequate designs.
Oh, yeah.
Of your, like, you know, y'all are like artistic.
We're not working
people.
on it right now.
No, yeah, it's like it's closes out of Procreate on the iPad.
Yeah, we're not all drawing right now. Shut up. You don't know us.
But y'all come back to the residence, and you find Rufus. As soon as he sees you, he looks at himself and he's like, "Motherfuck! Hold on," because as you see, he is completely overdressed. Like he did not know how to dress for this. And as soon as he sees y'all, he's just like, I'll be right back." And he comes back like just a lot more simply, sort of like a bit more of a rough and tumble aesthetic. Mostly because it seems like outside of his one set of like really like high noble clothes, everything else he owns is just like kind of like combat adjacent gear.
Got it.
And he kind of looks at you guys and he's like, "So, thanks."
Oh yeah, now you're doing me a favor, dude.
Yeah, I just there's a good chance that I've had to go to some of these alone, and that's a lot worse. So thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's just yeah, let's go.
Cool.